Okay.
I've been showing this.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, you know what it is. Get ready to fall in with First Formation Morning Sports Talk. Bishop, how you doing, fam?
WGO, WGO, what's going on? How y'all doing this morning, man? Hopefully, that just finds everybody doing great on this Tuesday morning. Um, yeah, man. It's Tuesday. One day closer to the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 56. One day closer to getting those picks, seeing who's gonna come out on top. We all know to be the GOAT. So, hey, let's get ready. Let's get prepared. Hopefully, everybody on here is ready for it and is looking forward to their picks. We looking forward to y'all picks, but hopefully y'all looking forward to our picks as well.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. But y'all already know what my pick is because
Mm.
when
You
Bishop
already know
told,
what
when
you already know
Bishop
what your
said,
pick is. Hold on, you already know what your pick is without knowing what my pick is already.
yep, yep. When,
Mm.
when Bishop started at saying the leader has to go first, that put me in last. So I get to whatever Bishop picking, I'm picking the opposite of that.
In that aspect, I got you. I
Yes.
got you. I got
So
you.
that's how
Hold
we
tight.
going with that. So yeah. What's good? Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, good Jackie. So of course that's what you're gonna say, and that's where we are with that. So but of course we got plenty of other things that we have going on leading up to that or that Friday. So hey, if y'all got to go do your due diligence, check it out, read up on what you need to read up on, and be prepared to interact come that Friday, as that's the last time we'll be chopping it up and talking about this Super Bowl 56 full effect, representing in on the West Coast. Inglewood, stand up. What's going on, Key? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing? Uh, like I said, going and standing, going there is going to be fire. West Coast laden Super Bowl halftime show. Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop, K. Dot, Mary J. It's gonna be a pretty good. It's gonna be a West Coast party, y'all.
Speaking
So
of which,
yes, yes, sir.
speaking of which,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah, yeah.
If y'all
Uh
don't know
huh.
what I'm talking about, after the
Yes,
show
sir.
yesterday, right? This is of course this is sports related, but either way, we want to let y'all in on it or whatever.
What's good? What's
But
good?
what's going on? What's going on? Key, what's going on? Good morning, Jackie. How you doing? I hate to hear about your sickness. Hopefully you'll feel better soon, man. Um, but yeah, we're talking about the Power series, and so after we got off the show yesterday, Trey and Ron was like, "Hey man, did you did you watch the last episode of Power Book 2 Ghost, the season finale, as well as did you and he asked me had I watched the new one with Tommy. And I told him I hadn't watched it. I was gonna get off the show, get off the show and go watch it with my wife or whatever. Bruh, 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 bruh. People,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why people want to mess with Tommy, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. Y'all ain't watched the show. Y'all ain't watched the first series. I don't know
Good morning,
why. What up,
Freddie. What's
Freddie?
going
What
on,
up,
bro?
Freddie? Y'all ain't watched the first show of Powers. Y'all ain't watched the first Power. Like y'all need to know, man. Tommy ain't a dude y'all fool with, man. Leave Tommy alone. Let Tommy do what Tommy do. Y'all leave Tommy alone. He ain't that dude. He ain't that dude. Don't do that.
Definitely not. If y'all ain't seen it, check it out.
Go check it out.
Shout outs to 50 Cent creating the
Man, shouts out
monster,
to 50 Cent.
man.
Black History Month, baby. Man, shouts out to 50 Cent for both of them shows, as well as BMG. Man, he's doing mad things. Myself and Trey and Ron said yesterday it would be great for if he would go ahead and make a movie out of the Power series. That would be phenomenal, man. I think he would get a great. It's all about Tommy Anthony IAPA. It's all about Tommy, baby. What up, Freddie? Yep, you already know. It's all about Tommy. Tommy is that dude, man. And I don't think they could have picked. Excuse me. I
I
don't
pick
think
a
they
better
could have
person to
picked a
play
better
his
person
role.
to play Tommy. Man, nobody could play
Good
Tommy the
morning,
way
Erica.
he
What's
plays
good
Tommy.
with you? What's
What's
going
going
on?
on, Erica? How you doing this morning? Nobody could play Tommy the way he plays Tommy, man. Nobody. He plays that to a T. Like that's an actual person. You know what I'm saying?
And people get caught up in that. Like I see him. I went to the the Essence Festival in, I think it was 2017, and he was
Mhm.
there at the Essence Festival, and of course, as opposed to
People
calling
approaching
him,
him, Tommy.
yeah, they shouted him out, and you know what I'm saying. Asked Tommy, everyone like went crazy in the crowd. And what's funny
Yeah,
is he is nothing. The real person is
dude,
nothing
nothing
remotely
like Tommy.
close to the
Not
Tommy
even like
moniker.
nothing
So you
like
know what I'm saying.
no.
Actually, you know what I'm saying. Real acting full effect because
Comes to surface. Yes,
yes, he
comes to
plays
surface.
the part well. So of
And
course,
for those that don't know, to go back to sports in a way, the gentleman that plays Ghost, y'all know, yeah, he used to play for the University of Georgia, a football player. He was the University of Georgia football player. I
Hardwick
want
hat.
to, yeah, Amari Hardwick. Yeah,
Hmm.
I want to say he played linebacker. I want to say he played linebacker. I want to say they've got some footage of him playing ball at the University of Georgia. Amari Hardwick, yeah. So he is a huge football fan. Um and and yeah, he played for Georgia, the Bulldogs.
Hmm. Of course, as we gonna say, as we get into some of these topics, another person that's going to be playing a key role. A couple of hires went down, so basically, all 9 positions that were so eloquently vacated throughout during the season have been filled, with the last 2 being filled yesterday. The Houston Texans, hired their former DC defensive
Lovely.
coordinator, Mr. Lovey Smith. If you do not know who Lovey Smith is, of course, he participated in the only Super Bowl in which featured 2 African American coaches, him and Tony Dungy, in which the Chicago Bears faced off against the Indianapolis Colts, giving Peyton Manning his first Super Bowl victory. Of course, after that, he went on to coach other additional another team, and now he is the Texans head coach. Additionally, the Saints hired their defensive coordinator, Tim Allen, who was been with the organization for 6 years and gets the opportunity to coach. So, in both these situations, Bishop, both
Mhm.
these individuals were with the organization as the defensive coordinators in this situation. What do you think about that when you're the job is you're up for the a promotion in the organization that you work with so many years, and you get looked over, or you in a dogfight of a competition? Do you hold yourself accountable for that, thinking that okay, maybe I wasn't good enough, or do you just chop it up and be like, okay, it is what it is?
Wait, what do you mean?
So, coaching, like if you being there, like let's say Tim Allen, he was with the
Hmm.
organization for 6 years as a defensive coordinator.
Hmm.
He throws his name in the cap for head coach when he's been with the organization. Does that loyalty? Do you feel like they should be loyalty and give you like some extra points when it comes to the position, or should it be all even playing field at the end of the day?
Mm. Um. Hmm. You would automatically see you leverage because of the fact that um you've been with the organization in some aspect or some type of platform with the organization. However, um sometimes it don't always work like that. We've spoken many times before about the good old boy thing and all of that. But yeah, in my personal opinion, I feel like you should have somewhat of an advantage over anybody else that's applying for the job, especially if you really um considering the job yourself. I don't see why. You know what I'm saying? You have to, for me, they would have to give me a real legitimate reason on why I can't take that head coaching position or whatever the position is, being that I'm already in the coaching carousel. why wouldn't I be able to take that position? So
Even more so, is that a situation in which you definitely look at um leaving if you don't get selected,
oh
or
yeah,
do
it's
you,
definitely it's definitely it's
if you feel,
definitely
you feel a certain type
yeah.
of way?
Yeah, you have to, man, because you like I said, that's why I said about the fact that I would need some type of explanation on why you didn't choose me if I'm
What's a
already
good
in your
what's a good
coaches.
explanation, if I may ask? Just wondering.
I can't think of one. I can't think because I'm already in your coaching carousel. So obviously you
So
feel
like,
like
yeah, it's
how
like
am I not a
you're
good
giving
fit
them
if I'm
you're
already
giving
here?
them the opportunity, but in your
Right.
mind you're like, it ain't nothing you can tell me right now
Right.
that's gonna make me
Makes
think
sense
that.
to me. That's gonna make sense to me. That it's not. I'm just gonna be completely honest, bro. There's nothing that's gonna make sense to me to say why or that you can tell me and gonna be like, oh yeah, that's why you're not getting the job. Nah, bro. You got to do better than that. You got what up, Listan? What up, AP? You got to do
So
better than that, bro.
So Anthony poses this question: do you think the firing of one black head coach only 1 year and then hiring another one to coach, they are doing the rule? Uh, they are doing it for the rule, or they believe in Lovey Smith at the end of the day?
That's a good question, AP man. To be
And
honest
we
with you,
talked about
Anthony,
that in a sense, yeah.
we did, and that's a good question, man. Again, when it's all
It
said
brings
and
up what
done,
you was
you have
just talking about. I think
what?
well, you was just saying, like, saying, why is it so you got, like, at the end of the day, opposite of that, like, for David Culley, like, what, I didn't do the job? Like, saying, what is it that,
Right.
because you
Hmm.
hiring the man that's sitting behind me I hired him, or he was brought in,
Right.
or,
He was
saying he was
underneath
already,
me.
yeah, yeah, saying, so you basically hired me, fired me just to hire him, or saying, even so, but then it brings credence to what Anthony was just talking about, because at the end of the day, when you look at it, we didn't hear nothing about Lovey Smith as a candidate
We
until
didn't. Like until
like
the early
a
this
couple of
like the
days
end of
ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
end of last week
So
or Saturday. So yeah, we didn't. We heard nothing of Lovey Smith. That was when they brought the Lovey Smith name up. That was kind of like a shock. I was like, where's his name been all this time since
hmm
the first firing of
David
Jacksonville's
Cutler,
coach of
yeah.
Urban Meyer and of
hmm We ain't heard nothing
Las
about Lovey
Vegas
Smith as
Raiders.
far as
None of that. Yeah, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So but to answer your question, Anthony Price, I will say this, man. I'm sure the owners have got together since the
mm,
allegations that are about to be, about in regards to them not hiring, you know, African American or diverse coaching and stuff like that. They probably got together and was like, look, this is
what's
what we
going on,
need to do.
Dante?
What up, little bro? Look, this is what we need to do. A um look, we need to hire one. We need to hire one. Y'all choose which one, but we need to hire one, and he needs to go on one of these teams,
Oh, except that one,
preferably.
except that one, except
Yeah,
one.
except one. Yeah, we need one team. Look, focus on these two teams. Get one, and if we can get two, that's cool. That's better. That makes us look better. There's no telling what was being said behind the scenes, to make it look to save face. In other words, you know what I'm saying, to save face. So yeah, in a way I'm not surprised, but again I am, because like you said, Lovey Smith name came out the hat out of nowhere.
So yesterday, the attorneys for uh Mr. Flores, Coach Flores, Brian Flores, released a statement in which they stated that, of course, Brian is happy that, saying, African American coach has gotten another position. At this point now, out of 32 teams, there are three African American coaches, or African American descendant coaches in the league. Uh, but he basically stated that, saying, he was gracious and proud that has, and hopefully the class action suit that he has levied against the NFL brings more attention to this issue and the problem. But then he went forth and say, but it is unfortunate and clear that Flores interviewed for the position. He was interested. Both sides were interested, but at the end of the day, they did not select him due to he has a lawsuit going on, and there's further showing the racist and systematic ploys against African Americans or people of color when it comes to these higher top positions. So Flores believes strongly that he should have been the candidate that got selected, and he didn't get selected because of the lawsuit. Do you think there's any truth to that, or I think it lines up with what you was just saying, almost like how Colin Kaepernick got done. Colin Kaepernick got done.
In regards to
The
do I think there's any truth in what that?
That he didn't get hired because of the lawsuit.
Oh yeah, we all knew. We all said that. Like everybody that's watching right now, that's been watching our show, said the same thing. We knew. Excuse me. When Brian
Yeah, he
Flores
knew it
went
too.
before,
Yeah.
yeah, he did. He said it. He said it. We knew. He said. He said when they did that interview, he said basically, I'm basically sacrificing my career, but I'll do that if we can make change within the league and get more African American or diverse coaches within the league. So I definitely feel like it. Yeah, it hurt him. His chances for getting. Like I said, I think I even mentioned. I say, I think I made a mention of he's about to be Colin Kaepernick because of the fact he came forth and now he has a lawsuit against the NFL. So yeah, that's a good question though. Applewhite. That's a good question. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that, and he can probably. And if he goes there, I mean, if he can do that, I think that would be a great um opportunity for him. Because I feel like if he was to go to a college program and let it die down for a while, maybe do 3-4 years, 5 years at a college program, let all this backlash, whatever happens within the lawsuit happen, and then whatever happens, and and then it dies down, and then depending on where he goes and how well he does in the college realm of college football, maybe he can get opportunity to come back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody forget about him and be like, we totally forgot about what Flores did back in 2022, 21, 22. So 2026 is up, and he's like, able to come back into the NFL as a head coach. Who knows?
Oklahoma, y'all hear Bishop? He's petitioning. Hey, sign him up. Brian
We got a
Flores on the
coach.
staff.
We have a
On the
coach.
staff,
We
not
have a
head
coach.
coach. You don't have to
You
be
do have a head coach.
You don't have to be a head. He doesn't have to be a head coach. He
We
just
don't
needs
need.
to
We
be a
don't need.
coach.
We don't need none of that. We good. We don't need. We don't need. We don't need none of that. We all right where we at. We don't need none. We don't need none of
Oklahoma,
that.
stand up. Let's get it.
And
Brian
no,
Flores.
sit
Brian
down,
Flores said,
Oklahoma.
okay.
No, Oklahoma, sit down. We don't
Like he
need that.
said, he maybe had died now. Hey, Oklahoma, y'all got him.
Sit down. We good
y'all
where
heard
we
him.
at. We don't need to stand up.
We
We
heard y'all heard
tired. Sit down. We didn't have enough going on in our off season. We don't need nothing else. We good where we at right now. We had enough drama for our season. We didn't had our drama for our season. Let's move on to somebody else. And somebody else get some of that.
Okay, so Anthony, to answer your question, I see your question when you was asking who are the three. So of course you have Lovie Smith now, Houston Texans, Mike Tomlin, of course, Pittsburgh Steelers, and now you have Mike McDaniels, who is biracial, and he's in the Miami Dolphins. So that's the three. That's hence the reason I stated of Black African American descent. But next question: if Flores makes the playoffs and the champions in the NFL would look dumb for nothing for not hiring him. Well,
If
of
Flores
course,
make how is he gonna make the playoffs?
you're talking about. I guess he's talking about when he does get on, when he finally does get on somewhere,
But bro,
or if he goes, or if he goes to the college, if he goes college.
if he goes college, then yeah.
Well, then I
But
guess
then,
Oklahoma,
again,
and obviously Oklahoma doesn't need to stand up then because that's not happening in Oklahoma. So
please. Oh yeah, it's happening. NCAA. He's talking about NCAA.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, if he goes to NCAA and does make the playoffs, or does make the the CFP, the college football championship or whatever, yeah, I wouldn't say they would look dumb though, Anthony. I wouldn't say they would look dumb because again, you got to look at the fact.
It's true, Dante. It's true.
Yeah,
Don't be
thank
amazed.
you. Yeah. He bro, he's big. Come on, Pac-12. Don't worry about it, little bro. Pac-12. That's all I gotta say. USC, Pac-12. That says it all. But anywho, but you got to keep in mind, Anthony, college and NFL, of course, is totally different. It's night and day when it comes to skill set and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some premier athletes on one team, on both teams, but not like what we talking about, a handful of premier athletes on each team compared to a plethora of premier athletes on the NFL team. So it just, you know. Oh, so do you think the NFL have a quota on ethical? Of course, AP, without being said, of course, I sure do.
I knew you were gonna do
Yeah,
that. That's why. That's
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly, LeBron. Exactly.
Oh Jesus!
My point exactly. Yes,
Oh
LeBron.
my goodness!
Exactly. That's why I said there ain't enough said. We're gonna leave it at that. But yeah, Applewhite. Yes, I do believe that the NFL has a quota of ethnic coaches within the league. I sure do. I sure do. I believe that because we've never had. I don't think we've ever had more than 5 at
At one
one
time.
time in the league.
So what we had
Out of
Marvin
32
Lewis,
teams, out of
Hugh
32 teams.
Jackson, Tomlin.
Um,
Were they head coaches when Lovie Smith and Tony Dungy was head
yeah, I
coaches?
want to say they were. Yeah.
So that's 6. What about Herm Edwards? Was he a head coach at that time as
No, I
well?
think Herm Edwards was before.
He
Herm
was
Edwards
before
was
when
back
he was
there.
with the
Yeah.
Jets.
Yeah, Herm Edwards. Yeah. Herm Edwards was back there. Herm Edwards.
We got Cornell. We had Cornell was a coach, a head
We
coach.
had whatchamacallit too, Mike Singletary.
Yeah, Johnson from that passed away that
Yeah.
used to customize Minnesota Dolphins.
Yeah,
I
we
mean
had
Minnesota Vikings. I'm sorry.
Vikings, yeah. We had like I said, we had Mike Singletary. We had what's the other dude? We didn't have some, man. We didn't have some, but it ain't been more than 5 or so at one time out of the 32 teams in which we've had. So we've had a little over 10%, but
Yeah, it's been over
barely.
10% before,
Yeah, barely. And that's
but
probably
now we're at 10% or a
now
little
we're at
less.
10%. Yeah. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So and that's probably their quota. You know what I'm saying? That's probably their quota. Hey, we won't go too much over 10%.
So, additionally, with the hiring of Lovey and actually the hiring of Tim Allen, the tenure has what do you say? Oh, the tenure has been short as hell.
Talking about all the only one that's stood strong right now has been Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin, whatchamacallit, stood strong for a
And he
while
said
too.
that's what he followed up with
Yeah,
with Subwise Tomlin. Yeah.
yeah. And then I think the next person second to that would
Good
probably be,
morning,
what's up,
ma'am.
Mama? What's up, Mama? Good morning. I think the second person to that would be what's his name? Oh boy, they used to be what's Herm Edwards.
Herm Ezra,
He
Tony
did the
Dungy.
homer. Yeah, one of them two. Tony Dungy, because we know because Edwards is in Arizona right now, right? Arizona State.
He's an Arizona State head
Right.
coach.
Right. He's in Arizona. Okay. Sometimes because I get their names mixed up, but okay, Herm Edwards in Arizona. So Herm Edwards was probably the second one to be there in the NFL the longest. It's either him or like
I think it was
Tony
Dungy
Dungy.
actually.
Is it
Because
Dungy?
I
Because
think it's
Dungy was in Indianapolis for a while. He was in
yeah,
Indianapolis
I
for a
think
while.
it was Dungy, and then of course you have Lovey, who has coached multiple.
Right.
Oh, well,
Multiple
you know who
teams.
was? No, you know who actually might have been. It might have been. I don't know if it might be Dungy, but I also think Marv Lewis as well. He had a long tenure in
Oh, Marvin. Oh,
Cincinnati.
yeah. Cincinnati. He did. The one they just spoke to yesterday.
Hmm.
He sure did. Yeah.
It might
I
be
think
Marv
Dungy is
Lewis,
second.
then
Yeah.
Dungy, then Dungy after.
Marvin Lewis, because he was out in Cincinnati for a while. That's right. He
I
sure
think he did
was.
13 seasons in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think that's right. He was. Yeah, I think Tomlin. Yeah. So Tomlin's probably more, and then here comes Marvin Lewis. You're right. I forgot about Marvin. You're right. Absolutely.
But as we were stating, that means with the hiring of Dennis Allen in New Orleans, that means Bieniemy goes back to Kansas City to continue his OC duties, in which he has been doing for the last 5 years. So with 5 years of OC under his belt, he keeps on getting overturned. Do you believe? I mean, I know it's predicated on possibly people losing their jobs. I don't know who might be on a hot seat. Actually, do you think Bieniemy finally? What's your over under on Bieniemy getting the job in the next getting a head coaching position? I think we're looking at maybe 3 in the next 3 years.
I think a lot of it, because I think they like Bieniemy out there in Kansas City. I think a lot of it might depend on Andy Reid.
You think that it's just going to be a situation where he gets
He might take over for Andy.
if he doesn't, that's another that goes back to what we was
That's
just
gotta be a
talking
shocker.
about.
That'll be just like how they've done Deuce Staley,
Hmm.
how they've done who else was back and they put in a quarterback before. It was somebody else. Deuce Staley and somebody else that they felt should have been the next head coach when that coach, whatever the coach well, when Deuce Staley was there, it was when I think Chip Kelly left. Was it
Hmm.
Chip Kelly was fired? I think they were looking at Deuce Staley and they overlooked Deuce Staley and gave and some brought someone else in. So
Think they
yeah,
bring
man.
Doug, was Dougie Brug in or
I
no?
think it
Was
was
that?
Doug Peterson. I think Doug came in and everybody was like, "What? Why not Deuce?"
But he did what he
Um,
did. What he did
yeah,
what he had to do.
yeah. Deuce said that he had to do what he had to do. But yeah, so yeah, I think for Eric Bieniemy, I think that's what I would see, or I think he might himself be looking forward to doing.
Hmm.
Staying with the team in which he's been with, knows the players, knows everybody, knows the system, and just kind of like fall in place when Andy Reid, or if they choose to get rid of Andy Reid, which in actuality, the way the Kansas City Chiefs are playing, I don't know. It may be a while before Andy get booted out of Kansas City.
Yeah, he might be the new Belichick.
Right, for real, for real, for real, for real.
Especially with the side they got Mahomes for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Or what, he's 8 years in now. I mean, 2 years into a 10-year
St.
contract.
Patrick, yep. Patrick the Great, yeah, yeah.
So I ask you this, Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Who, if you could come up with a name, who would you pick as the one person that has to do a stellar job, coach wise, that has to do a stellar job in order to keep his job?
As a coach,
Yeah, coach. What coach do you think that's could put? Maybe because right now I don't think he's any hot seats. But what coach do you think, no matter
yeah, it
what,
is.
has to? You
It's
think it's
my,
a hot seat? It's
I
on
think
hot
it's my,
seats.
I think to be honest, I think oh boy, excuse me. I think oh boy out in Dallas is in the hot seat. Yep. AP, he said it already. I
Hmm.
think Dallas coach is already in the hot seat.
That's who my and you know what's unfortunate.
I think he in
I
the hot
I
seat already.
really I really think it's a ploy. I really think it's the table is set for Sean Payton to go to Dallas.
You
I
think
mean,
so? I think you
yeah,
said that before. I think you said that
yeah. I think it's a
last week.
ploy. Even though they're going to have to, it's going to be some compensation from the what's going on, Keon.
What's going on, Keon?
So I think it's definitely a ploy in which Sean Payton to go there, even though they're going to have to compensate New Orleans because he's still on a 3-year contract. But I think it's a ploy to see how well McCarthy does,
Mhm.
and then but even if he does well, if that's what they want there, then he's probably going to be another casualty in which he's going to be fired. Even for I think he has to win the Super Bowl in order to to basically
Stay coach.
stay there, yeah, to stay head coach for because
Yeah,
I
I
think
totally
Sean
feel
Payton.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
I
totally
think
feel.
that would be my pick. That would be my
Yeah,
pick. Would
yeah,
be
I totally feel like Mike McCarthy is on the hot seat right now.
he's on the hot seat, even though he's out on the hot seat. But yeah,
Right,
basically he. Yeah.
right.
Who do you think is clear and free no matter what they do?
Mike
I know.
Tomlin,
Okay, that's what I was about to say. I know he's about to
Andy
say
Reid,
Tomlin.
Andy Reid.
Oh, okay, Andy Reid. That's
Oh, appreciate you, Keon. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
yeah, this is
Thanks, Keon.
appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Andy Reid,
So
Mike
I
Tomlin,
would think that that's a yeah.
um, oh boy, Bruce Arians.
You think Shanahan? Arians, okay, okay.
Yeah,
So there's a few of them out there. No matter what
yeah,
happens this next season, they good.
yeah. Shanahan. Yeah, Shanahan's he's straight.
He said,
I
yeah.
think.
Well, they just signed
I
him an
think.
additional 4 or 5 years. So
Yeah,
he,
yeah. So he's
yeah,
straight, obviously.
he's straight, obviously. So, uh,
Another one I think might be on the hot seat though, which we forgot about. I think is Pete Carroll.
oh,
I think Pete Carroll might be on the hot seat.
all right, I can see that. Kellen Moore needs Kellen Moore needs to go, but he's Jerry Jones' boy. So Anthony, it's interesting you say that
Good morning,
because
Insight. What's up, bro?
Kellen did interview some for some positions, but do you think and Bishop, of course, you chime in too? Do you think Kellen's ready for a HC position?
I don't know. I don't know if he's
Where
ready.
Applewhite, you a Cowboys fan? Is Kellen Moore ready for a head
Sean
coaching
McVay
position?
is definitely secured too. I forgot. Yeah, he's
Oh
secured.
yeah, whatever.
Kellen Moore, I don't know. I don't know. That's to go, but he's Jerry Jones' boy. Yeah, I don't know. The NFL is
Yeah.
pushing.
Is it the NFL pushing it, or is it I mean, okay. Well, I guess that's a whole nother story. NFL,
Yeah,
or are they grooming them?
yeah, they might be yeah, they could be. They could be grooming him. That's not unheard of. He could be being groomed to be the next HC. I just don't feel Mike McCarthy's finna stay there. I feel like if he start off bad next season, yeah, I feel like he would definitely be.
Everybody got to go. Mike, Dak.
Yeah, yeah, Dak. Yeah, I think you know what I'm saying. Dak, Zeke, all of them. I think they're gonna play a big part on Mike McCarthy's future. Kellen Moore is Rodgers great in the season, but sucks in the playoffs. Oh wow, oh wow.
So are we gonna put that game on Kellen, or are we gonna put
I'm
it on
about to
Dak?
say, are you really about to put that on Kellen? Because there's nothing Kellen could have done about that. That's not his. That's nothing he could have done about that. That's all Dak. To be honest, y'all gotta be key. Y'all gotta keep it 100, Anthony. AP. That you can't blame that on Kellen.
Is AP
That's
a Cowboys fan?
who Anthony Price. I don't know.
Yeah.
When I say AP, I'm talking about Applewhite.
Oh, you said
That's why.
that AP.
That's why I
I
started
thought.
calling Anthony by his
Okay.
name because we
Okay.
don't get mixed up. But yeah, yeah, you can't blame that on Kellen Moore. Come on, that was strictly Dak's fault. Either you gonna blame that on Dak or
Or
you're
you
gonna
gonna
blame
put
that
it
on
on
Mike.
Mike?
You can't blame that on Kellen.
I can see
And I
Kellen
would say
now.
90. I would say 90% is on Dak though, in my opinion. 90% is
So
on Dak.
the only way I can see most coaches are getting old and tired, and Kellen and being me or other one. Okay, I can understand that. I could get that.
Okay, that makes sense. Dak and Mike. Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
the main thing is, was he, like we said? I think we said it before. Was he coached up to know, especially in that situation? Like I don't think that's a situation which you probably coach because you don't think it comes
What do you
in, so
mean
it's not
coached
in
up
your
to
game.
know? What do you
What
mean by that though?
Well, I'm saying at that in the moment that he was like, "Hey, get down."
Give him some reassurance. Let him, yeah.
Don't burn too much clock. Like we gotta go. And so that might not be something in which that scenario might not have been something that was going over in the
But
game plan.
but isn't that something that makes great quarterbacks great? Awareness.
To be fully aware and know the games and know
Hmm.
certain things, certain aspects, to
Hmm.
know that the quarterback, the coach, I mean the referee has
That's the
to
touch the
touch the
ball.
ball,
Yeah.
go to the ref and be like, "Hey, we finna run this play. Hey, I need you on the
We've
ball.
seen
This
it
is."
before though. We've seen quarterbacks give the ball to the ref before. We've never, you know what I'm saying? We've seen or just drop the ball and let the ref pick it. But I've seen Rodgers, if I'm not mistaken, as well as other quarterbacks give the ball directly to the ref because they know awareness to know when to make those decisions at the right time is everything. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. No, they said that they practice that all the time. So I could see, yeah, it's on that. Exactly. You know this. You have to know this as a quarterback, as the leader of your team, as the leader of your offense, as the captain of the team. You have to know these things, man. Those are things that you have to know. And if not that part, again, when we keep talking about it, when it's all said and done, you as a quarterback, as the captain, as the coach of the team while you're on the field, have to have a mental excuse me, understanding of, man, I can't run these extra 3 yards. I got to get down now so I can either spike it or run another
I
quick
just need the
play.
first because that it was the first down, get the first down, spike it. You know what I'm saying? And then it should
I,
have been.
I,
And then at the end of the day, I believe he should have had the wherewithal to know, like, I can't. And once I snap this ball, I should be running. They should be taking off, even if they don't know. Once they see me scrambling, they need to get into it. Get down the field. Go. Let's go. Let's just go.
but and again, it's no different. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're all human. We make
Yeah,
mistakes. I
it
mean,
makes sense.
We all remember of the Fab Five and Chris Webber calling the timeout and getting the technical because they didn't have any timeouts. We all remember that when he called that crucial timeout that they didn't have that cost them that championship because they didn't have no timeouts and they got a technical and the other team had to shoot free throws and won the game because of that. We remember that. Those are just bonehead mistakes that we make. Those are things that happen. In the heat of the moment, you lose focus, and you forget what you're supposed to do. It happens. But again, excuse me, when it's all said and done, again, that's what makes the greats great. They stay aware, they stay calm under pressure, and they still realize what they need to do without breaking under pressure. That's what makes the greats the great. Yeah, I'm just gonna be completely honest with y'all, man. Dak got in panic mode, didn't keep a level head, and that's a must as a quarterback leader. I say absolutely what I said. Some teams play to win, and some are jobbers, and it shows in the league. Yeah, totally agree, bro. Totally agree.
Well, like you
But
said,
yeah,
you're human. He's afforded that opportunity. You don't get too many opportunities, uh,
right,
but of course he's afforded the opportunity to make a mistake and be able to show resilience, his resiliency, and come back from that same said mistake.
right.
Um, So of course, so what was like we all, as we said, I know Bishop, you didn't get a chance to see the Pro Bowl, but we all have heard the grumblings about how the Pro Bowl went and how people felt about the Pro Bowl, especially those Hall of Famers, Shannon Sharp, Deion Sanders, J.J. Watt, all had something to say. Trent Brown, lineman,
Man,
offensive
yeah,
lineman for the Patriots, came back with his own criticisms. He stated, "Why would anyone go out there and risk millions by getting injured a month before free agency?
hmm
LOL. What type of ish? That is dumb. Use common sense."
right. I said
Now,
that yesterday. I said that's the way the game is right now is because of the fact that, or the Pro Bowl is the way it is
talk about
because
Pro Bowl.
people don't want, people aren't risking injuries trying to go into the off season. Like who, like really, honestly, think about it, Trey. Who really wants to? Excuse me. You done made the whole season without injury, and then you want to go to you get picked for the Pro Bowl, and you go out in the Pro Bowl and get hurt. Say you tear your ACL, PCL, uh, um, torn rotator cuff or something, just ankle or one of
Hmm.
those bad injuries like Dak Prescott's or Joe Burrow, one of them type
In
freak
the
accident.
exposition game.
Yeah, like, is that really worth it? Now instead of enjoying your instead of enjoying your off season and preparing yourself for next season, no, now you got to worry about surgery. Now you got to worry about rehab, and then you got to worry about trying to get back on the field because of the injury. I totally get it. That's why I say, in a way, I think it may be best to do away with the Pro Bowl because I think a lot of players feel like Brown feels.
Or basically, like you said, they can still do the nominations, but no get they'll play no don't play a game.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you. Yeah, play some other type of game or keep the skills challenge. Make the skills challenge thing more exciting.
Hmm.
Don't necessarily have a Pro Bowl football game. Make the skills challenge more exciting. And I don't even see a problem. I know somebody said that. I think it was Ron yesterday. Too risky for a scrimmage. Absolutely. I think Ron said it yesterday. In regards to the NFL needs to change the Pro Bowl to a bowling tournament for the players. It would be better than a game. I don't think nobody would watch that, to be honest with you. I think expanding skills come. Yeah, exactly. That's my whole point too. That part. I think my personal opinion is, and I know a lot of people might not agree, but the way the society is set up now, and because of so many injuries, including in high school and stuff like that, go to a flag football type concept. Go to a
Yes.
flag football type of concept, and make it like Ron said, maybe a 7-on-7 instead of what I'm saying, instead of contact. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I'm sure, and I don't know, and I'm sure Trey, you may agree because of the fact we love, and my little brother, we love the game of football, whether it's full contact or flag. I still feel like people would still pay to see that because we're still talking about premier athletes. A lot of people, in my honest opinion, I don't think people go to the Pro Bowl game to watch the game.
Just
They
go
go
see the players.
speak to them. You know what I'm saying? They're not there to actually watch the darn game, bro. Do y'all honestly think they're there to watch that game? Honestly, especially in the past few years, The Pro Bowl's been garbage. It's the atmosphere. Absolutely. Bro, absolutely. It's the atmosphere. I think that's why. And so I feel like if they changed the format and made it something, like I said, into a flag football, that's not going to stop people from going. If anything, more people will probably go because now you have a flag football type of concept. And is there enough incentive to play? Well, see, that's the thing. That's what they would have to do, AP. On Applewhite, they would have to find an incentive to make them play. But then I think, again, when it's all said and done, people tune into the pro all the time. Absolutely. And I think when it's all said and done, I think people watch it and more players will participate because it's non-contact. Now you got players not. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you can't get hurt in playing flag football, but you can get hurt falling out the bed. You can get hurt taking the trash out. You can get hurt any type of way. But it's less likely injury playing flag than it is playing full contact. I'm just saying.
So I'm very sure, like I said, the competition, the committee are going to, hopefully, I think after all this, they're going to, the backlash, they're going to try to find a way. Probably be the next thing with the competition committee will be taking a look at or add it to their list, i.e., like the hopefully change have a better rule when it comes to overtime. Now they probably add this to it, like how do we stay competitive in this game, or do, like you said, do we need to just scrap it all together? So I'm very sure that.
What are your thoughts, Trey?
So I believe they should scratch it unless they can find a better solution or a better alternative. Like that was like, honestly, I basically stopped watching the game. Like the first couple of quarters, like it was bad. It was bad in my opinion. It's very bad.
And when you get to that point, man, when you get fans and viewers to change the station because the game is just that bad, what's the point? What's the point? You didn't pretty much you just proved up like it's time to do away with the game.
That's what's going to hurt them. That's what's going to cause them to actually, in all actuality, that's a good point you just made. That's what's going to that's what's going to cause them to have to change it is the viewership.
Right.
When the viewership viewership is going to start. They're going to be the network's going to start. Hey man, y'all not
now
like
bringing in the numbers.
Yeah, something got to happen. Like we pay good money, and this is what you're producing. And then of course, when you start to look at the analytics, saying those words, analytics, you start to look at the analytics from past seasons compared to when you start doing it, and then that now is going to have to be. There's going to be some changes going to have to be made, or you start losing out on viewership rights.
And not only that though, Trey, think about it. The Pro Bowl was this Sunday. What also started this week? The Olympics.
Oh yeah, Olympics.
So you had to outdo the Olympics. So the people like yourself, I'm not saying you may have turned from that and watched the Olympics, but a lot of people probably did.
Yeah,
probably because that's what they're in competition with. That's what's right now. That's what's competing against. Just like when the Super Bowl happens, the Olympics is still going to be going on. The first time in history that the Olympics and the Super Bowl will be being held at the same time, exact same time. So if for whatever reason, if the Super Bowl happens to be boring, which I don't see that happening with these two teams at all. But if it was a super boring, what was the last boring Super Bowl? What was that Super Bowl? But it was like
Rams against the Patriots.
That one. So if it was a boring Super Bowl like that, then yeah, people will watch away. I turned and watched The Matrix instead. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying people, and like Trey said, man, when you got people turning away from it, those ratings, like he said, the analytics and all of that, those ratings they drop. Hey, that speaks volumes. And like he said, them networks gonna be like, hey.
we just paid y'all X amount of dollars for this. We paid. This is what we paid.
Hey, all these sponsors out here, we gotta pay for this. Hey, somebody gotta pay for this. Hey, I need viewers. Somebody gotta pay for this. Y'all don't see Gatorade out here, Powerade. Y'all don't see all these folks out here. They gotta get paid. That
ish ain't free.
That ain't free.
Walk around. Hey, put that down.
Hey, put that water back. Hey, y'all
Hey,
ain't,
give him some
ain't
water.
enough people watching.
And
Ain't enough people watching.
don't bring him no Aquafina. Bring him that great value. Hey, great value.
Hey, y'all go get that Walmart water. Hey, there ain't enough people watching. Put that water back. Aquafina, all that Fuji.
It's like
Don't
that. Y'all,
pick up that Fuji. Put that Fuji water. That's for sure. Don't touch the Fuji. It's
matter
for
of fact,
sure.
go. Hey, bring him some tap. Bring him some tap.
Get the water hose. Get the water hose and pour it. Get the
It's like
water hose and bring it over here.
this is what y'all bringing. This is what we got for you. It's like no, matter of fact, don't you good. Don't worry. They start looking like the plates that Russian skater posted talking about what they be eating in Beijing in China. Them struggle plates.
Yeah.
Some a hot dog on some Wonder Bread. Matter of fact, y'all good. Hey, bring in.
Don't touch that mini bar. Exactly, right? Exactly. Don't touch that mini bar. Don't you touch it. Don't you leave that mini bar alone, y'all.
It's just for show. Aesthetics.
It's just for show, bro. Y'all see the viewers. Y'all see y'all see what bro. Y'all not. It's not enough people watching for you to drink that Fiji water. No, get the Walmart water. We told you the no name water. Get that. Y'all ain't got enough people watching.
Chips that say plain on the bag. That's it. No whistles, no nothing. Like
facts, bro. Facts. Straight facts, bro.
Staying at Motel 6s and
yeah, bro. Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, tonight, look, all y'all was up in the Hilton. We gotta move y'all. Motel 8. We gotta move or go home.
They was in Las Vegas taking one of the what's that? One of them casinos down on you have been.
I ain't never been. I ain't
disregard
been.
Disregard the last
I ain't been to Vegas, so I can't relate.
I'm about to say take them down
I'm going this summer. I'm going this summer.
I told you we going to Vegas, man. We gotta go to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm going this summer. It's already bought my ticket for Vegas. I'm headed out there.
So, couple of things. One of them we're gonna get to in a few minutes that I'm very sure you're gonna be proud of yourself on. But I asked this question yesterday. Ryan Clark had a discussion. He was on first take or Get Up. I think it was on Get Up. Ryan Clark talked about Russell
Wilson. Yep.
And I had to kind of agree. And even this morning, I heard
he got huge backlash. That was trending because he said that.
Yeah, but then even this morning, Booger, I think, like you said, context. We all know context. The context of which, if you just catch a sound bite, then yes, it can be foreseen many ways. But
you got to catch the whole conversation.
And I think I think he has some validity to what he was saying. Like I've thought about it a couple of times. Like Russell Wilson isn't necessarily that man.
Right.
At the end
he's
of the day.
He's not even the boat. He's not the boat.
Yeah, he's not even close to the boat.
He's not
boat. You don't even have boat catch votes. You know what I'm saying?
He's not boat status at all.
He's a quarterback that can do damage, but he's not, like you were saying, he's not the quarterback when it
is he average or above average, Trey?
He's I think he's average. I think he's average. I mean, he gets the job done. You got to look at what he was up against. He was picked 6th round or something like that, 5th round, 4th round. He outplayed the quarterback to get the starting position. He's been in the starting position since.
Since he got it, right?
Yeah, but I think it has been a lot of it has been predicated on the defense in which they had there in Seattle, which which helped them. Yeah, then because you got to think, I think now his receiving core is better than what he had in his previous years. So.
With Metcalf?
Yeah. Of course, that's more so when you look at it, and it brings it to when he brought it. When Ryan Clark brought it to light, it's like, oh, let it shine. Like that's what it is. And he's not. He said he's not a great quarterback. He's not an all-time great. He's not even. He shouldn't even been spoken about in the terms of Brady and Aaron Rodgers. So when I listen, when I listened to it, I was like, so is he? And then he's like, even farther to say he's not top 5. He's it might be top 15. Are you in agreement with that?
In the NFL right now?
Yeah, top 15.
Or are you talking about all time?
Oh no, I'm definitely not all time. He's way down that long list. But NFL,
he's not in the top 5. He might not be in the top 10, but I gotta give him. I mean, he's not in the top 5, but I gotta give him at least a top 10.
Top 10? You think so?
Yeah. Can you name the top 10 without putting him in it? Can you give me 10 without putting him in it?
So let's go. I would say the 4 quarterbacks are just
Let's
played.
before that was just it. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute now. Hold on.
Stop it!
Hold on.
Don't you do that, Bishop.
Don't you
Don't you
start,
do that.
Trey.
Don't
You
you
really
do
gonna put
that.
Garoppolo? You really
Don't
gonna
you
put Garoppolo over?
your words,
You
your
really
words, your words were for this season, is he top if he's top he's like
you
for top for
really
this season.
gonna put Garoppolo over Russell, bro?
Hey, yes I am. And I think everyone else
Wow.
agrees that for this season, past season, Garoppolo was better than Russ.
Wow.
So the 4
So, but okay,
quarterbacks.
but give me your
Matter
team
of
though.
fact, matter of fact, let's just when you look at it, the playoffs alone, those were some pretty good quarterbacks. At the end of the day, Josh Allen,
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes,
Okay.
uh,
I know
Matt
you ain't putting
Stafford,
Ben. I know you're not putting Ben over him.
Matt Stafford. Okay, maybe not being Matt
Okay, so
Stafford,
he's Matt Stafford.
uh,
Okay, got you. Burrow,
Justin Burrow, Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert, give you that.
That's 6 right there. Who else? Maybe even Ryan Tannehill for this season.
Oh,
Tom Brady. That's
definitely
8 right
Tom.
there. That's 8 right there. I haven't even added Garoppolo yet. That's 9. So now what? Who else do we have in the playoffs? Is
Are you
Dak
putting Dak
or
there?
Jalen? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to sit up and think
That's what
about
I'm
that. Like
saying. Kyler,
Kyler Murray, like
Kyler Murray.
he's being
I give
pushed
you
down.
Kyler.
Just in that alone. So and it's unfortunate he did have a down season because he had the injury. He had the broken hand. Jimmy G over Dak, Anthony.
Wow.
Anthony, who is your team? I just wonder
Yeah, I
that.
want to know who your team is too, Anthony. Well, yeah, what team is you repping, bro? I want to know. At first, I thought you was Dallas, but then you just put Jimmy over Dak, unless you just mad at Dak like everybody else that vote Dak out of Dallas.
Pitch pitchforks and everything else.
Yeah, everything Dak does is wrong in your eyes. But I guess when you just named what you named, Trey, yeah, I guess he is in the top 10.
And he had a bad season. Like that's not
Let's not, yeah,
yeah.
ignore that.
That's
Yeah,
yeah. He had a injury prone season. He
he
came
did.
back. So he's less no run game for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Because his running back stayed injured the majority of the year. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
a running back carousel, but they really didn't produce. Heck, we even then you start to take in consideration people who didn't make the playoffs that probably played better. The Jacksons and the
Oh boy, what about what's his name out of Lamar Jackson? You talking about? Yeah.
yeah, Lamar Jackson, yeah,
Oh, what about what's his name out of Minnesota?
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, you know what
Or
I'm saying. So those people that was on the cusp of making hell, Taysom Hill or James Winston at this during this season.
that right there, Zach, is not. But again, we still the thing is what we're trying to get
They're
away
trying to
from is
avoid
possible injuries.
yeah,
That's what when we talk
especially
about
for a
that,
free agent.
especially for a free agent. Yeah, for you to go out there and try and prove yourself to try and get on the team and you fool around and hurt yourself, now you just screwed yourself probably possibly for the upcoming season. So you know what I'm saying? Dak, what do you mean? So Dak, what? Dak is still being pushed through commercials and endorsements. So Dak, I don't what that mean. AP, what do you mean Applewhite in regards to so Dak in
I think
regards
you
to what?
talking about better than Russell.
Oh, uh, that's we still out on that.
Maybe top 15. Maybe he just want to cut us the top 15. But
Huh?
what we're not going to just repass is how you just try to do Jimmy G. That's what we're not going to just repass. How you just try to do Jimmy G.
I'm
Appreciate you,
just saying,
Anthony. Man, you the only person.
I'm just saying, y'all putting a whole lot of expectations on Jimmy G, bro. I'm just saying, and if he that good, why he not going to stay in? Why is he not staying in San Francisco then? If he's
Because
that top 10 quarterback,
he doesn't meet the criteria in which what Shanahan wants for his offense.
but he's a top 10 quarterback in the league. If you got
Listen,
him in the top 10 quarterbacks, how could you not keep him? If he's top 10, that means you're possibly getting, or not, yeah, you're possibly getting somebody out of the top 10.
he's gonna go somewhere else and probably produce. Like I honestly think he's gonna probably be in Tampa Bay or shoot Denver. Like he's gonna go somewhere. I think in Pittsburgh. Like he's gonna go somewhere.
You mean he needs to get another Super Bowl AP because he got one, so he needs to get another. Is what you're saying? And do a Tom Brady and get another Super Bowl to be relevant.
Uh,
I feel like he
that
needs.
just puts him into
Excuse me.
a pool with best of all time. That's like
Yeah.
he's nowhere close to a goat. Like as we said the other
Oh
day.
yeah. No.
Right now,
No.
that belongs or is pushing. Who's being pushed for that is Aaron as a goat. That's for goat status.
Yeah.
But changing teams might do Russell Wilson definitely pretty good. But where now? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Which he might end up. He could end up in Tampa Bay. He could.
I don't even see a good fit for him in Tampa Bay.
Why?
I just don't. It's yeah. I just don't. I don't think he's. Well, you know what? Maybe a change of. Not just a change of scenery, but a different coaching philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
That part.
maybe Bruce can do something. Him and Brian. Oh, Byron Leftwich,
Byron Leftwich as his
the OC.
OC. Yeah. Hey, that has come to pass, Anthony. You still ain't answering our question of who your
Yeah,
team is.
he must be a
You
Cowboys
still
fan because
skip, yeah, you
he doing
still
some
skipping.
Applewhite stuff.
Yeah,
He
you
doing
still
some
skipping the
Applewhite
answer.
stuff.
We still waiting to hear who your team is, Anthony. Um,
You know what I thought about the other day? Remember
what?
when we was dealing working with ASAP and my
Mhm.
man that coach who was a Cincinnati fan came on and he was talking about Cincinnati and
Oh
then
yeah, 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 yeah,
they
yeah.
lost. I was like I bet he's in
Oh,
wherever now. Like
yeah,
yeah,
he
I
living it
told
up.
y'all. Yeah,
Yeah, he living it up right now. I said it. I said Washington. Oh,
yeah.
did you? Where we didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
If you said it, we didn't see it up there. Oh,
We missed it. Okay.
yeah. Why? Oh,
A
I mean,
commander, huh? A commander.
you're
Okay.
a commander. Thank you, Commander.
We salute you.
We salute you, Commander. Commanders. Um, yeah,
But
man.
yeah, he's living it up.
Well, whoever end up in Seattle, if Russ doesn't come back, man, hey, that could be a good look. What if Jimmy was to go to Seattle?
I just when you said that, I thought about that. How would
What
that
if
fit?
Jimmy was to go to Seattle?
I would love that
Ooh, Jimmy in the blue and the green.
just to stop them every year. I would love that.
Dak is a Cowboy, and the league will always what? What did you talk about, Applewhite? Always puts Dallas no matter what. So get off of Dak Anthony. Ain't nobody getting off of Dak Anthony. Or whatever his name is. Ain't nobody getting off Dak D.
He's telling Anthony to get off Dak. Talking about
Oh,
Dak.
get off Dak Anthony. Oh, uh, they should draft a quarterback and rebuild around the rookie. Who should be draft a quarterback
Anthony, you wouldn't take Dak in Washington? Or who Anthony Price? We're talking to you.
right now?
Who would you rather have, Dak or Heineke?
Ooh, Seattle.
Oh,
You would rather have what? No, out of Dak
he's-
or Heineke, who would you have though? Anthony. Out of the two, who would you prefer? Ooh, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. For some reason though, I feel like settle. He said settle. For me, I would not. He said none.
no.
Neither one of them. He said neither one of them. For me, man, I feel like Dak could. Say what? What'd you say, Trey?
Or nothing. I was about to say, dang, he doesn't want neither one of them. He's definitely like a Dak hater.
He definitely don't. And that's what I was about to say, man. I feel like Dak, if Dak was pushed out of Dallas, man, I feel like he probably go somewhere and just show out and be like, prove that he was that dude.
Yeah.
I just do. I just feel like because let me see. Can you see? Excuse me. Could you see Dak Prescott down there in Seattle with Pete Carroll?
I was thinking about even if he's somewhere like in San Francisco, where innovation as with your coordinator, or what about Dak in Arizona?
But Arizona, you can't see Dak in Arizona because Kyler ain't going nowhere, bro. Because of
Oh,
the coach.
contrary, we gonna get to that. We gonna
You
get to
think?
that. We
Oh,
gonna
okay.
get to that. We
You
gonna get
must
to
know
that.
something.
Yeah,
You must know something.
we're gonna get to that. This is coming up. It's coming up in
You, you must know something.
yes, and a couple of things. Not necessarily know something, but it was matter of fact. Let's talk about it now.
Yeah, let's get in it.
Kyler Murray. Now, tell me, I know I think I can hear what your answer going to be, but
Okay.
Kyler Murray basically has unfollowed the Arizona Cardinals as well as erased or cleaned his page of anything having to do with him and the Cardinals on social media. Do you think that there's something stinky going on in Arizona in Phoenix? Remember,
Hmm.
we was just matter of fact. Remember yesterday we was having a conversation. And someone said something about
So,
Aaron about
Ron.
Ron said something about it. We was like, nah, we don't know about that. And up jumps the boogie this morning. I seen it where they talked about how Kyler Murray has erased the Arizona Cardinals from his social media as well as unfollowed the team on social media.
Mm.
We don't have to
That's
sit up.
interesting because that's the same thing Spencer Rattler did when he was leaving Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
He erased all his involvements with Oklahoma prior to leaving the school. So, that's interesting. That's interesting.
I was like, damn, dude, we just literally had that conversation yesterday. So we went to hell at Ron, be like, Ron, what insiders you got? Who are you talking to?
Dak, Aaron, and KC. Who is KC? Dak, Aaron, and KC. I don't know
Maybe
who KC.
probably talking about Kansas City, I think.
No, he said our faces of the NFL. No, KC is a person.
About AC or faces of NFL would
And
not
will
be
not be
moved by
moved
the
by the
league
league
except under one term.
on except under their own terms. In other words, he's saying that they won't those individuals won't be moved until the league is ready for them to move.
We
That's I
need,
don't
we need, we need. This sounds so conspiracy. Like we need Miller.
we, we
We
do
need
need
Miller
Miller.
and Apple. Well, I don't know.
You know how Applewhite is, bro.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know about it. Somebody just there in the comments.
But that is very interesting, Trey. I did not know that. Is there Sean Salisbury, or what's his name? Keith, what's his name? What's his name? The
Sean
coach
Salisbury.
is
Kingsbury.
Kingsbury. That's it. I knew it was something like that. Cliff Kingsbury. Is there
I
a
think it's a
divorce
rift
about to
between them.
happen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
a
sounds like there's
rift
a
going
rift
on.
between them, or he doesn't want him there as a coach, or something going on. But
Boy, if Kyler Murray was to come up on the block, ooh, you know who would want him.
as long as you're getting out the NFC West, I'm fine.
Oh, he might come out the NFC West, but he might stay in the NFC because I
Nah,
could
he.
bro.
You see him in
I could.
Philly?
Well, no, not
Oh,
that. I see Dallas wanting to get him. He's a
oh yeah,
Texas boy.
he's a Texan boy. Yeah,
He's a Dallas boy. Yeah. No,
yeah.
Mike. No. That's what you and coach. No, not in Oakland.
Oh,
Oh,
you talking about him
the
going to play
athletics.
basketball? Oh, yeah, going to play
No,
baseball.
play baseball. You
Yeah,
talking about
leave
athletics?
football and go play
All I saw was
baseball.
Oakland. I wasn't even thinking about the athletics. Oh, you
Mm.
think he'll stop playing football, Mike, and just go back to playing baseball? Forgot about that. He turned down that initial
That
contract
contract, yeah, to
that
go.
he had for baseball. That's right. I don't even know why. My thing is, I don't know why he ain't pulling the Dion anyway. I don't know why
Because
he
of
ain't
the
pulling the
seasons.
Dion or Bo Jackson. I don't know why he ain't doing that. I think those
Yeah,
hits are
that's
good.
that. I was just
It
thinking
could
the same
be.
thing, Mike. Yeah.
It could be. When you said that, I could be. It could be. He's a
Well, I
little
mean,
dude. They
but
got him
but
listed at like 6 feet, but he's not 6 feet, bro.
but isn't he a pitcher? I was about to say those hits could
Mm-mm,
get to him.
mm-mm.
Those hits could get to him too. He
No,
an outfielder or infielder. What
I
is
think
he?
I think he's an outfielder. I want to
I
say
was
he's an outfielder.
about to say
Yeah,
because he's a pitcher. Those
yeah,
hits could
but
get to him too.
no, he's nah, yeah, but yeah, you're right, Mike. You're absolutely right. Them hips could be taking a toll on him. Them hits could be taking a toll on. And now that he's in his fourth season, I think.
Yeah, because he's basically finished his contract. He's
Right.
going into his fifth
so
year.
so now teams know what to expect with Kyler. They know you know what I'm saying? They know kind of how to engage him and play against him. Yeah, all that stuff he was doing in the beginning, just like Lamar. Lamar ain't doing what he used to do when he first came in the league. Once they figure out how, to contain you and keep you in the box and take away those passing lanes when you get out the box, yeah, bro, it's a whole different story. The
Yeah,
game has changed. I feel
that's
like
the
he
same thing
was a
Bishop said.
shortstop.
Yeah,
He might have been. He might have been shortstop. Now that I think about it, he might have been a shortstop. I don't remember. He was a bad, just a good arm and bat. Yeah, he might have been shortstop. Yeah, he might have been infielder. I can't remember either, but I know. Yeah, but
they
you made
paid
a
good
good
money
point.
for him.
Yeah, they did. They paid real good money for him. Remember, he was first drafted by MLB before
The
going into
NFL.
football.
And
He
then
chose. He
what we
chose
also
to
have to
go
keep in
football.
mind, also we have to keep in mind is just because he goes back to like Mike was saying, the athletics doesn't mean he's going to guarantee to get into the big game. He's going to go to a triple A league, and then he's going to work his way up. So they don't tell him how long he might stay in a farm system before he actually gets to the big
Not
league.
necessarily, Trey.
Yeah, they're not gonna just bring him in. And he was, because even like think about when he stayed in the big league. I mean, he stayed in
Tebow wasn't a Tebow wasn't
minors
a
for a
Kyler.
while.
Yeah, but Tebow wasn't a Kyler.
Even
Kyler got
even
si- Kyler
even
got
Jordan.
Jordan wasn't a Kyler either. Kyler. I remember Kyler got signed a major contract. When you get signed a major contract in the MLB, you don't go to the minors first.
Yeah, he was gonna go to the minors. I think he was gonna go to the minors, even though
Mm-mm.
because they still have to try to test him out. So he got that contract, but he was still going to sit for a while. I don't think he would have to show his
Bro,
premise.
they was paying him too much money for him to sit. There's no way you're gonna send him to the minors with that much money he was getting paid. I want to say he was like one of the first picks in the MLB.
Yeah, he was scheduled. He was scheduled to be, but
But he changed.
he changed his
The
mind.
line. Yeah, he changed his mind and decided to go football. But I mean, I'm eager to see. Again, my point is, my thing is, I'm surprised he's not pulling a Deion or Bo. Excuse me. Why not play both?
Probably because his position in the NFL doesn't allow him to do that.
Mm,
Because
that could be true.
Dion was a corner, so he got other corners that can play to you while you're
That's true.
traveling.
But
So
then what's we call play quarterback and play baseball too? Russ.
yeah, but he ain't play. He tried to. He was just in the offseason. It was just that was more of a market ploy. They didn't plan to keep him. He was just trying out to see, and then they didn't offer him anything. So
Yeah, Russ. And
yeah,
I'm just saying that because he was a quarterback and
yeah,
was playing as well.
he played, but now he was a pitcher. He pitched.
Yeah.
So something which we was talking about yesterday, or actually since the announcement, in which you kept stating and you kept saying it, you kept bringing it up, and so of course yesterday during his interview, TB12 himself stated that you never know what can happen. He's pretty confident in his decision, but you never know.
I
Which
told
brings
you.
up the fact that he's
I
not
told you.
100% clear, or
Until
if he's
you
shut that door.
see that man on that podium, do not count the GOAT out. I told y'all that, man. Until you see Trey, we just like I said, there's many times where we get done with a season, we be like, man, I'm done. I ain't coming back. I'm good. I had a good run. I'm straight. Then a couple of weeks pass, month and a half, 2 months, new flag football season come up. People start asking you questions. You get that itch. You be like, ugh. Can I do it? I think I got one more year. I think I can do it one more season. I feel pretty good right now. And especially they didn't ask you on a good day where you feeling good. I
You
think I
feeling
can do
good?
it.
You
Yeah,
feel like
you
you
woke
go
up
out there?
feeling
It's
good.
like, you know
Yeah, I
what?
feel like you
This
feel
is the
young
season
again.
coming up here. Let me go hit a couple of laps, do a little,
Yeah, yeah.
getting the game play in shape a
It's
little.
gonna
It's like
keep
I
me in
think you'll
shape.
say, let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna
let's
keep
go.
me in shape. You know what? I got another run for you. I've told y'all, man. Until Tom gets on that podium and says I'm done, don't count Tom out yet. Do not count Tom out yet, bro. Do not. Do not. He still wants to play. His wife may have changed her mind and gave it to him one more season. Could be. Could be. It could possibly be.
It remains to be
But
seen.
until he gets on that podium and I see that he is announcing to the world that he is retired, forget all about what's being said in social media. That's all hype. That's all hype. You know, that's all hype. Wait until when I see they say, "Oh, special announcement or breaking news: Tom Brady is on the podium." Then we'll know.
Even
And I
even
said that.
then, even then it's subjective because he always gonna be like, you know what? I'm going to I'm going to unretire again, and I'm going to
Yep.
play. I want to play for this team or what so. But he obviously he still has the itch to play, and
But this is the
he's
thing.
going over.
This is the thing, Anthony. I think this is why Gronk hasn't. I think Gronk, Tom are talking, and Gronk is trying to find out, hey, bro, like, hey, I really want to know, bro. I know what you put out in social media, but hey, this your boy Gronk, bro. Tell me what you gonna do. And Tom is probably really sitting up there telling Gronk, like, bro, man, I don't know. I know what I put out in social media, but I'm still sitting on it, Gronk, man. I'm still sitting on. Give me some time, bro. Let's go to park. Let's go to the golf course. We could chop it up over some beers and hit a few balls, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what they doing right now, bro. They both talking it over together. Believe me, because I know they both feel like we was just that close again. They both feel deep down in their heart they have a possibility of going back again and winning one more. I believe that in them too. I believe that.
So let me ask you, while we're on the subject of talking about believing something,
Mhm.
do you or do you not believe what Alvin Kamara is saying as it came to light the details of his arrest for this past weekend? So of course,
What was this? What was said?
so basically what Alvin Kamara stated is that during this altercation in which he had the person in question, his name is Daryl Green, I believe is Daryl Green. Daryl Green stated that he basically tried to get on the elevator in which Alvin Kamara stopped him. And when he stopped him, he pushed Alvin Kamara's hand off his chest. And upon him pushing his hands off his chest, he sight and food inside a sight incited. They start fighting. He was with Alvin Kamara said he was with him, his girlfriend, his bless you, his assistant, and two of his friends. Bless you.
Thank you.
So that's what's being said. That's what Mr. Green told the police when they came to see him in his bedroom in his hospital bed the morning of Sunday afternoon. Kamara, however, stated that the guy came up and said something about one of his friends being ugly, and then after saying that, he turned to Kamara and told him, "I will whoop your ass too." And then after that was said, Kamara said, "Next thing you know, he's seeing a scuffle break out in which he took a swing at Mr. Green himself a couple of times. Mr. Green ran, and they chased him down to continue the brawl, I guess you could say. But as we all know, that old eye in the sky, we talk about Las Vegas casinos. You know,
Mhm.
there's eyes everywhere. Well, you may not know that, but you're gonna know there's eyes everywhere. And so, at the end of the day, that does not match up with what Alvin Kamara said. They said that he never ran. So now, um, he is due to appear. He posted bail, $50,000 bail. Said so that was chump change, I'm sure.
5,000.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so he's scheduled to appear in court on the 18th of March.
Mm. Mm. Like Anthony is saying, man, and
Mm-hmm.
like you said, it's too many cameras, so the truth is
Mm-hmm.
gonna come out.
Yeah,
Only thing is
and
we won't be able to
so far
hear
it
what's
has.
being said. We'll just be able to see. But if Alvin Kamara and them chased him, then they in the wrong because that
Nah, they
clearly.
didn't chase him.
Oh,
They definitely didn't chase him because they said because the officers stated they didn't say too much, but they did say that they did not see any point in which he was being chased. Like they
okay.
whatever happened because the dude said he got punched to kick a couple of times. He went unconscious and then he woke
Oh,
up and he was in the hospital. So of
oh,
course, what has happened? They fractured his orbital bone.
ooh,
So he got a beat down for real for real.
ooh,
So what
ooh.
I foresee
What
is
up, Coach?
what's good, Coach. What's
Dante,
good. What's
what's good? What's good?
So basically, what I
Yeah,
foresee is a situation in where the homie's probably gonna take a fall for it.
yeah, probably. I could see that happening. Yeah, I can see that happening. But I want to see that this tape or these cameras with the tape should be able to tell everything though.
So I ask you this, Bishop.
Mm,
We're in Las Vegas.
mm-hmm.
A situation
Insights.
in sights.
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to take the felony charge for me? The felony charge, we're talking about a battery and assault and battery charge in Las Vegas with bodily bodily harm is a $10,000 fine and a year in state prison. Are you?
Yeah, but you ain't gonna do it. You're 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna do that year. If you got a clean record, you're not gonna do that year. That you'll
Yeah,
be on
my record's
probation.
pretty clean.
Yeah,
So
you'll be on probation. So what you're an NFL athlete?
yes, I'm an NFL athlete. We chilling, we turn it up, in Las
Turn up,
Vegas. Yeah, yes. Are we?
mm,
Yeah.
turn up.
So
And then
are
something
you?
like that ensues, and something like that ensues.
Yeah. Are you willing to take the
This
charge
is a
for
good
me?
question though. What he says. Which,
That's
well, to be honest though, AP, normally, be honest, a lot of times when it comes to these professional athletes, it don't be real professional bodyguards. It be they homies
he
who
said.
be
He's homies.
strapped.
Like that's what he said.
It
He
be,
said.
but no, what I'm saying, Trey, is his
Yeah.
homies
Well,
who
usually, yeah,
slash are usually
yeah.
slash bodyguards, like the hood,
Or
your
they come,
hood
yeah,
partners. Yeah,
yeah.
your hood,
Or they
yeah,
come, or you've come very close with that people, so it's
yeah.
more of a personal connection. So yeah, so he said it was him, his girlfriend. You know, his girlfriend is Tia Cooper from the Los Angeles Sparks. Um, assistant and two friends is what he said
What
they
up,
were in.
Irma? How you doing? Good
What's going
morning.
on, Irma? That's what he said was in the elevator with him. So
You said his girlfriend, two assistants. You said,
his girlfriend, one assistant, and two friends is what he said
oh,
it
one
was.
assistant.
So Mr. Green stated that he was trying to catch the elevator, get on the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Kamara stopped him, and when he
Mm-hmm.
stopped him, he smacked his hand off him, that's when
The
it
fight
started.
ensued
But yeah, the hands came. He said he was kicked and punched until he went unconscious, and then he woke up.
into the hospital. And so for me, man, yeah,
He said
this
the last face he remembers is Alvin Kamara, where he said he gave a description of a guy who looks like he's about in his 20s, dreadlocks or braids or dreads, muscular, and yeah, so that's what it led to. It led back to Kamara. So he was
hmm.
arrested after the
So
Pro
it
Bowl.
brings me, it reminds me of the Biggie Smalls movie, when his homeboy took the fall for for Biggie and did that bid for Biggie. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Um, which he did a full bid for Biggie. But compared to like this, like you said, 9 times out of 10, if you got a clean, and we're not talking about your record, we're talking about my record. If I had a clean record and you know what I'm saying, I ain't got nothing against me, they're gonna give me they're gonna give me probation, and I would probably have to do anger management, something like that, or whatever. However, so yeah, I probably would. Because it wouldn't, I'll be on probation or something like that. It would be my first ding, so they wouldn't put me in jail for an assault for the very first time. That's on my record. My thought is to protect the bank.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
but
the
hopefully the bank will take care of your legal fees. Exactly. Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. And like I said, it goes back to the Biggie movie. Old boy did that bid for Biggie, and when he got out,
Biggie took care of him.
Biggie took care of him, put him on and everything. Took care of him, had some money set aside for him, whatever. So I would hope, my brother Trey would look out for me. You know what I'm saying? Since I, took the rap for
Yeah,
him.
so you could.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
it,
And
yeah,
doing some stuff.
I'm not gonna do like I'm not gonna do like Bernie. I'm not gonna do like Bernie Mac and his brother when he's talking about, oh, you gonna take these kids. Yeah, you
Oh
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
no,
Walk
I'm
out.
not taking them. I'm not taking them. You motherfuckers bad. No, I'm not taking that. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, yeah.
So as we start to ramp up, we get closer and closer to the Super Bowl. I ask you this question.
Ooh. Mm.
Who do you think has the most work cut out for them or to do at this for this upcoming Super Bowl? What let's say what position group has the most cut out for them between the two teams that's playing, what position group do you think has the most work they need to get taken care of in order to become successful in this pugilistic event?
I believe both teams do.
You do.
But
I
yeah,
actually
because
think. I actually think
I
the.
believe because of the fact that you got two good quarterbacks
Mhm.
facing each other, who has two great, who has good, both team have good receiving cores. So I feel like if anything, it's going to be about the defensive,
I
offensive
think.
line.
I
That's
think.
big
Yeah.
right there,
I
AP.
think.
That's big.
To even further, I think it's the offensive line for Cincinnati that has the most work cut out for them.
Oh, because Donald and Miller,
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely. They have the most work come out for them. If they let
But
Aaron get loose, like I
yeah,
don't think it's a situation where they can let Aaron get his and then they can stop everybody else.
hmm
I think it's a situation where you got to just you can't
but
you
the
can't
thing,
just let him go off and then think everyone else is going to slide to the left.
but the thing about that is, I hear you, and you said in Cincinnati's offensive line, but you got to keep in mind, Joe has been working with that line all season, and it still got him where he got him. So it's still, I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying, but that same line has not changed, and he still made it happen. He has still made it happen with the line that has kind of put, has not protected him the best, but he
Mm.
still did enough to get them to where they are
I
today.
don't foresee him getting up off the ground, off the mat after 9 sacks from the Rams. I think that's a wrap.
I don't know. He did it. He did it before.
True
He did
that.
it
True
before.
that.
He did it before. Why wouldn't he be able to do it again? You supposed to lose that game. 9 sacks. That's a record. They set a record on you. You supposed to lose that game. There's no way
You sound
you're supposed to win that game with 9 sacks. There's
you
no way.
sound you sound pretty high on Joe Burrow. I'm telling you that.
Oh, do I?
Yes.
I mean, I might be.
Almost
I
even
might
like
be. I might
saying
be.
that
I mean,
almost
we know
even
what they
like
say.
almost like saying they're going
Burrow.
almost it's funny that you said that. I haven't seen a new name for Joe Burrow.
Uh-oh, what's the new name?
Joe Burr. That's what Joe Burr is the new name that I have seen that they have gave
Von Miller
Joe.
and Aaron Donald are closers. Man, Joe Burr. Oh, okay. I mean, that's in his name. You just took out the O and the W. Joe Burr. I get it, but
You feeling you prefer the thorough?
I prefer thorough. I prefer thorough. Von Miller and Aaron Donald are closers. I agree with you, AP. Um, but can they close it out against them bad Cincinnati Bengals, bro? And that running game of Mixon and that bad boy and Jamar Chase, bruh.
And West Jamar, and Jalen Ramsey is ready for Chase. He's like, yes, I want to
Yeah,
cover him.
yeah.
Let's go, Jalen.
That's
Let's
gonna
see
be the
what you
battle
do.
right there. That's gonna be the battle. But Jalen Ramsey, don't let Jalen Ramsey hype y'all up, man. Jalen gonna have
He gonna
help.
help.
He
He
gonna have
gonna
help
have he
underneath.
gonna weddle over the top
Yeah,
like so.
over the top of somebody. Yeah,
Yeah, stop
he gonna have
playing,
help.
like
He gonna have help. Don't think he gonna just match up with Jamar alone.
because
That's not gonna happen.
Jalen ain't the fastest of running
No,
of cornerbacks.
Jalen been in the league for a minute, y'all. Don't play. Don't play. No, Jalen ain't ready for that speed like that. Jamar is that dude, and he gonna show. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I feel like, man, again, this is gonna be a Super Bowl who's gonna have the ball last.
Mm.
Whoever has the ball last is gonna win this game, win the Super Bowl. And guess what? Y'all only have a few more days before you find out our picks.
Y'all, like I said, y'all already know
Few
what my
more.
pick is.
Y'all don't know what his pick is
Y'all
because y'all
know
don't
what
know
my
what
pick
my
is.
pick is. Y'all don't know what his pick is. Y'all don't know what my pick is. If he going off of my pick, y'all don't know what his pick is yet. Because y'all don't know what my pick is. Am I taking Aaron Donald and Matthew Stafford? Or am I
Y'all got
Joe
the
Burrow,
50% chance.
Jamar Chase? I'm just saying. Time will tell.
Y'all got a 50-50 getting my pick correct. Of
Of
course.
course, ain't but two
So Bishop,
teams. Yeah. Yeah.
I ask you a question, bro. Who do you
Mm-hmm.
think? I found this very, 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 very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think is a top selling jersey
Right now?
in yes?
Oh.
Well, no, in the certain states. So of course in your state, interesting enough, Oklahoma's top selling jersey. The top selling jersey in Oklahoma is Kyler Murray. That's interesting.
Why is that interesting? Who else would it be?
I don't know, but why would it be Kyler? I mean, I get why it's
Why? I
Kyler.
mean, why?
Why?
Did you
Why?
just
Why
say
can?
why?
Why couldn't it be who was before Kyler?
You talking about out in Cleveland?
Yeah. Why couldn't it
Um
be him?
uh golly, why can't you think of his name? Yeah, why couldn't it be him? Because he's not doing what Kyler's doing. To answer your question, he's not doing what Kyler's doing. He's not. He's not.
Why couldn't Kyler? Why couldn't he be the top selling jersey in Texas? He's a Texas born and raised. You know who's the top selling jersey in Texas?
In Texas,
Mm-hmm.
the top selling what in football?
Player jersey, yeah, football jersey,
In
football
Texas,
player, top.
football. Dez Bryant? Not Dez Bryant. Ooh, my bad. Not Dez Bryant. CD Lamb.
Mm-mm.
Probably then it's oh boy. It's somebody from the Cowboys. I know
It
that.
is.
It's oh boy, the one that beat out Tyreek Hill.
Mm-mm.
It ain't him either.
Dak Prescott.
Are you serious? I would have thought I was gonna say Dak, but I thought a lot of people was hating on Dak.
Mm-mm.
And I figured that because of what Dak did, I figured that Dak wasn't. And look here, come out like talking about Dak. I figured people wouldn't be buying Dak Prescott no more.
Dak
That's
Prescott
what
is the top selling jersey in Dallas. I mean in Texas, as well as the top selling jersey in Mississippi.
Because he went to Mississippi State.
Yeah, I think he's from Mississippi or a case like that. But
Yeah.
it's at least about 15 states in which Tom Brady is the top selling jersey.
Yeah, I could believe that. A lot of people like the New England Patriots, man. A lot of people feel like the New England Patriots should be considered America's team instead of Dallas. A lot of people feel like that. They are red, white, and blue. And they've been red, white, and blue for years. But I can see that. I can see that. I could definitely see that. Tom Brady's being yeah. But Dak, I was gonna say Dak, but I felt like the way Dak has been playing and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of people might have his jersey sales might have fell off. But I guess not.
Okay, so of course, if you take a look at Bleacher Report or come across it every time, they decide to put together their version of an all-time champion Super Bowl champ tournament. It was simulated. They simulated through Madden, and these are the teams. It was an 8-team pool, and these are who's the tops. Oh, tops for the Ravens. For Maryland was
Lamar.
I'm very sure I would be. I think it was Lamar.
Who else is going to be? It's either going to be Lamar or Andrews. It's got to be Lamar though. Lamar or Andrews. One of the two.
Yeah, Lamar is Lamar for Lamar Jackson. Mm-hmm. It's actually 3 states in which is Lamar, but yeah. So
all out east though, ain't they?
Yeah, they all on east on the east. So it's like 18s. It was an 18 pool. This is the 18 pool. The 2000 Ravens. Speaking of the Ravens, 2000 Ravens, the 93.
That's what isn't that with what's his name?
Ray Lewis.
But Flacco, right?
Yeah, Joe Flacco. Mm-hmm. The 2000 Ravens. No, it wasn't Flacco. That was Trent Dilfer. That's what Trent Dilfer
didn't win no Super Bowl for them.
Yeah, he did. When they had to fire defense.
How many Super Bowls the Ravens got?
2. They got the 2001 and they got 2012.
Okay.
So Ravens, 2000 Ravens.
Okay.
The 93 these are the parents too as well. So the 2000 Ravens, the 93 Cowboys, the 94 49ers versus the 2019 Chiefs, the 72 Dolphins versus the 2016 Patriots, and the 1985 Bears versus the 2013 Seahawks. In that situation, none of the older teams, except for the
One.
Cowboys, I think, won. The
Oh,
Chiefs,
newer team.
the 2019 Chiefs advanced past the 49ers. That's blasphemous. The 2016 Patriots blast past the 72 Dolphins. Uh
He thought it was a kicker for the Ravens that got more jersey sales.
it was
It was Lamar.
what's the 2000 to the 2000 Ravens got past the 93 Cowboys, and the Seahawks passed the Bears.
Mm,
And I think who ended up winning was the 2016 Patriots.
mm. The year
So,
that they almost went undefeated.
yeah.
Oh no, not that year, not that
Yeah.
year. Because the year they almost went undefeated, they lost the Super Bowl to stop them from going undefeated.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was basically that. So I have a additional prop question for you, Bishop. I'm gonna give you
Mm,
three names. I'm gonna give you three names, and I know this is gonna be a hard one. So please don't shoot the shooter. I mean the messenger.
mm-hmm.
Start, bench, or cut. Three names. Those three names, running backs.
Okay.
Jim Brown, Walter Payton, Barry Sanders. Start, bench, cut.
In that order out of them three. So all three of them
No,
gets
no, just pick one. Who you benching, who you starting, who you cutting.
right. That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
each one and one each character. Start, bench, or cut. I
Yes.
gotta cut one of them.
Yes. Start, bench, cut.
And Sanders
Barry Sanders, Jim Brown,
and Walter
Walter
Payton.
Payton. Start, bench, cut.
Ugh. And we're talking about in today's
Running back.
game.
Yes, at their prime. Today's game at their prime. Start, bench, cut.
Golly, that's you would come up with some nonsense. Yeah, exactly. Stan, like you would come up with some nonsense like that. Start, bench, or cut in their prime. All right, man. No comment. I know, right? So I'm gonna start. Oh, I'm gonna start Jim Brown.
You start Jim? Okay, that's interesting.
I'm gonna start Jim Brown.
Okay, I'm more interested in who you cut, but okay.
That's the hard part. That's the part I can't do. Cut Brown. Ooh, cut Brown, Bill Sanders, and start Payton. Oh, wow. Really? That's how you feel, Applewhite? That's not easy. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you very much. It is not. So I'm starting Brown. Golly. I'm starting Brown.
He could. I probably said cut Brown.
That's what he said. He said cut Brown.
And
I'm starting Brown. And I'm gonna tell y'all why it's hard for me, but and I'm gonna tell you, but start Brown, cut.
Ooh.
Oh, I hate to say this because he was one of my he was an idol of mine when I was growing up.
It's easy. I'm cutting Wesley.
I'm cutting Walter Payton and I'm benching.
I am too.
I'm bitching Barry.
I'm cutting Sweetness, but I
hate
don't
to
know.
though because that was my childhood
idol.
That was my childhood idol was Walter Payton. I'm not gonna lie, that was my childhood idol.
I'm cutting Sweetness. I'm benching Brown, and I'm starting Barry.
Oh wow.
Because I think because you got to think about it, Brown was more of a power, so I foresee him that's a perfect change of pace.
Well, I got one for chasing.
Yes,
but I got one for you since you want to start bench and cut. Let's go this route. Okay, start bench and cut. Quarterback edition.
Okay.
Tom Brady. Joe Montana. Troy Aikman.
I'm cutting Troy, starting Joe.
Wait, I missed it. You broke up. Say that again.
Oh, sorry. I'm benching Troy. I'm cutting Troy, starting Joe, benching Tom.
Ooh, benching Tom. You benching the GOAT.
I'm benching Tom.
Oh, you are benching the GOAT. Me, I'm starting Tom.
Of course
you would, AP. Of course. I'm starting Tom. I'm benching Joe and I'm cutting Troy.
Mm-hmm. And that's not anything against Troy. It's just in that. I mean, we're talking about the GOAT and the old GOAT. Like I said before, this GOAT. Like it's
Yeah.
at this. So yeah, at this point, like I'll like Aikman doesn't even belong in that category for the most part.
You
Aikman
gotta
belong
give
more.
Aikman. He won how many Super Bowls with him?
I mean, I get that, but I was about to say
Yeah.
Aikman belongs in more of that category with Dan Marino and Aaron Rodgers. Start bench with them three.
Mm.
But of course, you know, saying why Applewhite says why not?
How you starting Aikman over Brady, bro? That's why not. How you start the old goat? Yeah, the old goat. Yeah, Sarah, that's what he said. The old goat. How you start Aikman over Brady, bro? Like
Or t-
seriously?
or Joe head to head. Like, come
Come on,
on.
bro. Seriously? Come on, Applewhite. You that's your bias for the team of Dallas. Better thrower than who? He's a better thrower than who? AP, stop it. Stop it, bro. You was not gonna sit here and say
You would have
Troy
been
is
better with
better than
saying
Tom.
Staubach or Stabler or something like
Yes.
that.
Yes, yeah. He is not a better thrower than Tom Brady. Stop it, bro. There's no way. Stop it. AP, you know, see this right here, that this blasphemy in which AP is doing right now, bro. Get out of here. Boy, y'all Cowboy fan, boy. Can't y'all are something else when it comes to y'all players, bro. Y'all believe that who guys up you know Troy Aikman is not better than Joe Montana or Tom Brady. Stop it, bro. You honestly cannot say that you feel like Troy Aikman is better than both of them. Stop it. Stop it, bro. You cannot. No. You doing too much, bro.
You started out good, Applewhite. I
No,
was
he didn't, because he even said cut Brown, Ben Sanders, and start
no
Peyton.
talking about he started out with, you know, saying his comments and stuff started out, but you know, saying all the time, Applewhite going to Applewhite. He's
This
his
dude
old
here
boy.
in his Cowboys, go watch the film. He's a better thrower than Brady and more accurate. Oh my God. What? Now you feel my pain when them Cowboys fans. Exactly, Anthony. Exactly, bro. We've been dealing with Applewhite for years. Me and Trey, us three go back years and years. So we know how Cowboy fan, and he's a true Cowboy. As you can see, what he got in his picture.
Or even worse, them damn Tennessee Volunteers.
Oh, and he know they doo. He know they straight trash, bro.
But
The Vols are straight trash, bro. He know that.
the films do not lie. That is true. That is
They
true.
don't. But you never heard. Correct me if I'm wrong, AP Applewhite. You've never heard them talk about Troy Aikman being the GOAT. Never. It has never been in conversation. Never. No one has ever put Troy Aikman in the GOAT conversation. Never has been. Whereas Joe Montana and Tom Brady has. Tom Brady is. Ain't has. Is.
Yeah, true that.
Come on, bro. So the films can't tell. There's no lie to tell when the film showed that Tom Brady has 7 championships.
Aikman is next tier.
There it is.
Aikman's next tier.
It is what it is, bro.
Aikman, Aaron, and like
Come
I
on,
said,
bro.
maybe Dan.
Not taking nothing for Troy. Nothing from
Yeah.
Troy. He was a great player. Not gonna lie. Not the GOAT, but more accurate and better thrower. So if he's not the GOAT, how you gonna pick him over? How you gonna pick? You saying accurate and better thrower? That's not true, bro. How you gonna pick him over the GOAT? Who's the top 3 overpaid player? Anthony being petty. He being petty. He being petty right now. Who's the top 3 overpaid players in the NFL? I know he's saying Dak is one of them.
Hell, Zeke is the other.
And then the third one is Taysom. There it is.
Ray has
Taysom.
20 more odd years.
Brady has some 20 Brady has 20 some odd years. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? But the thing about it, the matter is, Applewhite, is that Brady is at 44. He's won a Super Bowl at the age of 44. Come on, bro. He won a Super Bowl at the age of 44. What Troy? What? That alone speaks volumes. Okay, that whose fault is that? He played forever. Is that Tom's fault?
Then Troy stopped like just after his prime, right? He was
Right.
Troy probably had some more
What
years
Troy
than
got
him.
about 15? What he played about 15 seasons?
I
Troy
believe
played
so.
about 15 seasons, didn't he? How many seasons did Troy play? He played a good deal. Because he never went to another team. He retired with Dallas, right? He never
Yeah,
went. He
he was
he never went to
a
another team,
cowboy for
right?
life.
Yeah, he never went to another team. So I want maybe I don't know.
Troy plays 12 seasons.
12. I was about to say maybe a little over 10 actually then. Because I was just about to say he may have paid a little over 10. I was just about to say that. Okay, 12.
I had never thought about that. I know he played at UCLA, but did you know that he transferred from Oklahoma
Or
to
from
go play at
Oklahoma.
UCLA?
Yeah,
Mm.
I do that. I knew that. Yeah. He got hurt. What happened was he got hurt. Troy got hurt in Oklahoma, and the backup that came in, which was backup came in and played phenomenal, and Troy entered the transfer portal and went to UCLA. Yeah, yeah, but he started out at Oklahoma. Yes, I knew that. Yeah, New England is working on a deal to make Joe Judge their offensive coordinator. The season is over.
You know what's funny? I was doing some research last night. The
Damn,
49,
Anthony.
the interim coach for the Las Vegas Raiders, was it Biscotti, whatever his name is. He's now the special teams coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. And Joe Judge, because both of Joe Judge and as well as he was being looked at to become the special teams coordinator for the 49ers. So the 49ers
Mhm.
was looking to hire Joe Judge as a special teams coordinator. So of course
Mm.
he wasn't going to, of course, when you got a potential to be an OC, you're not
Mhm.
going to go become a special teams coordinator unless you don't think you have the chops for it. So, but
Mhm.
okay, so now he's going to be the OC in New England.
Breaking news. Pelicans trade for McCollum. CJ McCollum.
Oh wow, who would they trade?
But
I wonder.
Pelicans receive McCollum, Larry Nance, and Tony Snell. Blazers receives Josh Hart, Thomas Satorowski,
Saturansky.
yeah, Nikolai Walker Alexander,
Oh
Didi
wow.
Luizanda, and a 2022 protected first and 2 second-round picks. Good Lord.
So
They
they got
got
to
a
put.
lot. The Blazers got a lot for CJ. Good Lord. I didn't know. Dang, that's a lot.
But see, now they give Bi another point guard because they already got Graham there, um, and now they give him. And then you guys take in consideration, technically, even though he's not playing, they still have uh, Zion there.
Right. And
That
he's
might not
held
be a bad. Yeah, they might not be a bad trade. That might work.
decent.
And now, basically, like we said, now that brings up the fact of nothing but anyway.
You
Now
stupid, JP.
that brings up the fact of now they have split up McCullen and Dane.
Dame.
But I mean they got Hart, but Hart isn't that bad, but he's not a McCullum. So
Sonoreski is not that bad either, is he?
yeah, he's not. He can play. He's a hell of a combo guard.
Right. Right. Wow. That was big. That just
Mm.
happened. That
So you know
just
what I'm
happened.
saying? Going into that's good. That's a great way. Appreciate it, bro. That's a great way to segue into our NBA
Yes, sir.
segment.
Yes,
As
sir.
yesterday, I actually think you beat me out again in the
You
NBA.
know what I do, man. That's why I got that DAGOAT
So
over there, bro.
we both end up we'll go through this. We both end up taking the Hornets. So we took an L there. I took the Heat. You took the Wizards. That was a win. We both took the Warriors. What made the difference is I took the Jazz. I did take the Jazz. What made the difference is of course the Bulls edged out. I don't trade his ass away. What he was on. I don't trade his ass away. So
You really, yeah. Yeah.
so of
He ain't
course,
been on
like
the
we
field.
said,
He's about to be like, oh boy, what was that big dude that came out that didn't mount to nothing because he stayed hurt? What was the big black dude that came out? Was he out of
oh,
Georgetown?
you talking about he's out of Greg Oden.
Greg Oden. Him. That's what he's starting to look like, bro. That's what Zion's starting to look like. I'm telling you. That's
So, of course,
exactly
one of
what
the
he looks
games
like.
last night, the Golden State Warriors traveled to Oklahoma to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Of course, it didn't go well for OKC as they fell to 17-36 as they lost 110-98. The high scored 21 points from Clay, 2 rebounds, 2 assists as he hit the dagger to put them up with his 3-pointer late in the fourth quarter. The Thunder were paced by Lou Dort with 26 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 players in double figures. Darius Basley scored 20 points, 8 rebounds, had 8 rebounds and 1 assist in their game, in which I both myself and Bishop both uh, presumed that the Golden State Warriors was going to win. And of course, that what came out. Of course, what we split hairs on, which gave him the edge, was the Phoenix Suns traveled to Chicago to take on the Chicago Bulls, which we dubbed as being the better game of the night, best game of the night. The Suns with the victorious winning 127-124.
Right.
Improved to 43-10. The Bulls are now 33-21. It was an all-out smashing until, as Bishop said yesterday, DeMar nor Levine are going to let this go the way it goes, and that's exactly what happened. The Bulls were down, I think by double. It was definitely down double digits until DeMar and Levine caught fire. DeMar 38 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists as he finished 32 points and 6 rebounds and 8 assists from Zach Levine. Vucevic and Kobe White both poured in with 13 points apiece, but of course it wasn't enough as Devin Booker dropped 38 with 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Chris Paul, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Correction, 11 assists, three
I was
rebounds.
going to say Chris Paul had
Yeah,
11 rebounds.
yeah,
Good Lord, for real.
yeah. Back away, 11 assists, 3 rebounds. Chris, and then also they was contributed 13 points, 13 and 9 from DeAndre Ayton, 15 and 4 from Mikal Bridges, and 10 and 10 as a double effort from Jay Crowder. So as we continue on, the Suns continue to stay ahead in the race as they're just ahead of the Golden State Warriors as we get closer and closer to the NBA All Star break. As Bishop has said plenty of times, after that break is going to be pandemonious. We're going to really see what everyone's made of. Of course, with the Phoenix Suns, they are 17-3 when it comes to playing against the Eastern Conference. So those are pretty good numbers when you look at that because of course
Yeah.
that's who you play against when it comes down to the championship. The Raptors handled the Charlotte Hornets, winning 116-101. The Raptors are now 29-3, making a huge concerted effort as they walk up the charts. Charlotte now 28-27 on the day in which LaMelo Ball was informed that due to being he is a injury replacement, he will replace Kevin Durant in the All Star game, in which takes him Tatum will be his replacement in the starting position, but LaMelo Ball gets the All Star nod as he now is considered an All Star for the 2022 season. But of course, like we said, the Hornets led by Miles Bridges 25.6 rebounds and 5 assists. Terry Rozier dropped 20, and LaMelo Ball contributed with 15 points, 4 rebounds. The Raptors was led by Pascal Siakam with 24 points. Gary Trent Jr. as well, 24 points. OG Abangio, 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists, as it was all and 20 points from Fred Van Fleet, as four of their five starters scored 20 points or more. Toronto is starting to come on, but again, I know, like the Bishop said, we ain't gonna see what really goes on until after uh, the All Star weekend, where they start to really put forth the effort and see who's really going to play. Uh, what other games we had last night? The Miami Heat took on the Wizards. in which we knew or we expected the Wizards not to be able to put up too much of a fight. They really didn't. Wizards was took the L 121 to 100, now 24 and 29. Miami moves to 35 and 20. Jimmy Butler, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 16 points from Gabe Vincent, but the team was led by Bam Adebayo, Abdebayo with 21 points and 7 rebounds, 4 assists. The Wizards were led by Corey Kispert, 20 points, 6 rebounds, one assist, 12 points from Kyle Kuzma, 14 points from Aaron Holiday, and um, and 11 points from Hachimura. Uh, he continued to be a top player, a top team in the East, although it's not as they don't have as many wins as the Golden State Warriors or the Phoenix Suns, but they are showing that they are a force to be reckoned with, and it's not just going to be easy win as they continue to go forth. New York gave the New York Knicks faced off against the Utah Jazz, and they gave them all that they could, but it just wasn't enough. Um, Julius Randle finished with 30 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Um, but still, the Utah was victorious 113 to 104. Your man's RJ Barrett, 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists as he put in, did work, but it wasn't enough. 32 points from Donovan Mitchell, 24 for Bogdan Bogdanovic, 18 points from Mike Conley, 16 points from Jordan Clarkson. It was just they was raining from all over the court. They didn't have enough to combat the Jazz and end up taking the L, falling to 24 and 30. Utah improves to 33 and 21. Uh, yeah, so it's and as well as Javante Murray, um, San Antonio Spurs guard, also gets denied as he takes on the All Star position, replacement position for Draymond Green, as he would not be able to play. So of course, there's a huge slate tonight. 10 games. Is it 10? 10 games. The 76ers and the Suns. Hey, that's gonna be that might be the game of the night. But let's see. The Pacers will go to Atlanta. Boston Celtics take on the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn. So that means no Kyrie. Oh, well, what was they? The Clippers would travel to Memphis to take on the hot stricken Grizzlies. The Pistons would travel to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. The Rockets would be turning around and moving to New Orleans as they get ready to. I'm very sure they're not going to be there yet. They probably got a couple of games before they do, but we did just hear, as Bishop mentioned, the breaking news with the trade between Portland and the New Orleans Pelicans. But Rockets will be in New Orleans tonight as they take on the Pelicans, a short-handed Pelicans at that. So that might be an easy win. The New York Knicks will be traveling to Denver to take on the Nuggets. The Timberwolves will do battle in Sacramento versus the Kings. The Magic, short-handed now, will be taking on the Portland Trailblazers in Portland. And the Los Angeles Lakers will face Milwaukee Bucks in LA tonight. Bishop, where's the game? What's the hot game at tonight, you think?
The Bucks and Lakers.
Bucks and Lakers is going
The
down.
either Bucks and Lakers or Sixers and Suns.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two hot games tonight. All the rest of them is kind of like mediocre games. But the Bucks and Lakers definitely, and the Suns and Sixers
Yeah,
are the
that's
two games.
that's the prime time game
That's
tonight.
the
The
prime
Bucks
time
and the
games.
Lakers. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
LeBron and bruh, what do you think, man? It's I know we talked about it briefly yesterday, but it's starting to gain more and more traction. Do you, as we look at we got potentially the changing of the guard. You see these games. It seems like these deals are getting a little more blockbusterish. What do you think? Is it a possibility or of the Nets or the Lakers moving some players that probably we wouldn't have thought of at the beginning of the season? I mean, at this point, do you see Harden going, Russ going?
I think I see Russ going before Harden going.
Mm,
My opinion. I see Russ being moved out first. I think, but only time will tell. We'll see. Like we know the deadline is Thursday, so um, yeah, we'll see. A lot. I think a lot's gonna happen within the next 72 hours, and a lot of things gonna be a lot of moving pieces.
hmm
Well, we'll see though, because like somebody said, I think it was Wayne talking about where do we think Ben Simmons is going to go. Russ was a failed experiment. Absolutely, I agree with you, Taylor. I totally agree with that. It was a failed experiment. It didn't work. That's not the big three that works with him. The
So
big three that worked with him was Harden and KD.
I think the best situation with the Russ debacle is maybe it's a failed experiment with him as a starter. I think we really need to kick the tires on him as a coming
Y'all
off the
paying him
bench.
too much money for a bench player, bro.
Well,
That's
I'm
too
saying
much.
that's why I said that spirit that him as a starter, true enough, but to because like they was talking about, like obviously one thing is which I think Russ and which I have been saying for the longest, even when I be looking at the games, I cringe when Russ tries to shoot. Like that's not your strong point. Go off season, work on it. But right now, we need you to attack the basket. We
Mm-hmm.
lost to the Clippers the other night because Russ didn't get the ball in his hand to do what he does best: attack the basket. He's an athletic guard. He needs to attack the basket, push
Mm-hmm.
it up the floor, detonate at the rim. That's what we need from Russ. And
Or
then
dish.
or dish, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The triple, you're Mr. Triple Double now, or
Mm-hmm.
dish. That's
Yeah, what
exactly what
happened
we
to
need.
that? Mr. Triple Double just fell off. Like, where is that dude at?
I don't know. I think it's one of those
And
situations
I
where
think
he's
that's why they
trying
brought him in to be because he
to
was
be
that
that.
triple
Yeah, to
double
be
dude.
that.
Yeah.
Like I said, like the only reason we brought him is so he can be that person. Like just like the other night against Charlotte, LeBron was out, AD was out. Russ did what he needed to do. It wasn't enough, but you know what I'm saying, that's what we needed. That's why you're there to take a back seat when it's, you know what I'm saying, or if they not clicking, then you clicking. It's no way that you got three potential Hall of Famers, well, two potential Hall of Famers in the someone on the cusp, and you don't have a situation to where if two of them are down, that someone's cooking that night. That's impossible. You can't tell me. I can't understand how that's, you know, saying how that goes when you have a LeBron James, a Anthony Davis, and a Russell Westbrook all on the same team on the
Mm-hmm.
with Carmelo Anthony coming off the bench, in which someone is not getting it off. That is, I wouldn't believe it. Now you have Malik Monk. He's, you know, he's doing his thing. Like every once in a while, the rookie Austin Reeves gets in and he does a little thing. But those are complimentary players. Your
Right.
complimentary players should not be pushing the line on your starters. So
Pushing the envelope. Yep, they are. Yeah. Yeah, bro.
no, so that's Anthony
You think
Price.
it
That's
was a
why I
Hall of
changed
Fame?
it. That's why I changed it too. That's why I changed it from two to three. Russell Westbrook and LeBron are Hall of Famers. AD is on the fringe, in my opinion.
What?
Yeah,
How do
AD
you
is on the
put
fringe.
Russell Westbrook as a Hall of Famer? But only because of his triple double seasons?
Yes, and he's
That's the
a
only thing. That's the only.
and
That's the
and he's
only
a
reason you can put him there.
and he's a league MVP.
How many times?
I mean, it's once, but it's one more than
That's not enough.
it's one more than AD.
AD got a championship. Russ doesn't.
True, that is true.
I mean, I'll just wait. So I mean, I don't know how you can put Russ at a Hall of Famer before you put AD.
For that reason, right there.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I said. I said that's the
Yeah,
only thing he
that's
has is the
and
triple double.
the MVP puts him over because he was the MVP before he even touched the triple double crowns. So it's like that's I think that's what puts him over the line. But of
AD.
course, but what also when you look at it is, and now that I think about it, all that came from when Russ was not teamed with anybody else. Since him and KD
When he
split,
by himself, yeah, that's the
and since
thing.
him and KD split, then
Mhm.
Russ went on a tangent, and that's what put him in the stratosphere which he is now. That's
Right.
what got him the payday. But since then, when he's teamed with other people, it's been a problem. The best season he's had when he's teamed with someone else has been when he teamed with Brady Beal, but he wasn't really there. But they ended up going to the playoffs. When he was with Harden, it was a problem. He's
Out
in
in
LA
Houston.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But even though now I think of it as when while he's here in LA, I mean while he's in LA, I think it's not necessarily the chemistry of the team. I think he's in his own head. And is what he's trying to do too much to
Hmm.
step and live up to the stigma of being home, being with the famed Lakers, being a part of that fraternity of Lakers players, and he's trying to live up to it, and he's doing way too much, and it's being more as being more of a detriment to him than it is a benefit. So, you know what I'm saying? Think about it, Russ. Come on, let's get it together, baby. Let's go. So I greatly, and Bishop, I'm very sure you share this same sentiment with me. I greatly appreciate and commend the uh, Detroit Pistons on what it is that they did. They have partnered with the city of Detroit in celebrating Rosa Parks by they went and they wrapped all this transit a good amount of the transit city buses in or around the Detroit area, especially around their playing arena, and they basically have donned black and white jackets with a basketball on it that says Rosa Parks. And then on the back of on the front of the jacket, it has a basketball emblem that has 313, which is the Detroit area code. It's pretty fly. I was like, this is definitely saying some Bishop type stuff, which he would appreciate this. But saying they definitely have done their thing with the wrap, the design, all that type of stuff. Zach, if you in the comments, I know you wrap vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Check that out. It's really fly. The whole thing and how they got together and they all the bus drivers wear black and white with the jacket and t-shirts and stuff, all commemorative, saying, shouting out Miss Rosa Parks.
That's what's
It
up.
was yeah, it really is, saying. So if you got a second, when you if you're not looking at it now, take a look at it and you both go see how the Pistons are doing their part in the Black History Month and with their tribute to Miss Rosa Parks and her efforts as she stood up for rights, civil rights, but not sitting in the back of the bus.
Absolutely.
Excuse me. Of course, additionally, the NBA, in which we talked about this yesterday, I think, where we talked about how the NBA basically is a forward thinking, and they lead the other leagues when it comes to activations. So the NBA announced that they would have their first ever NBA HBCU basketball classic presented by AT&T. Basically, they're going to simulcast on TNT and ESPN on Saturday, February the 19th at 2 p.m. to where that's going to be the kickoff for the All Star Weekend. Basically, they would be putting the MEAC conference matchup between Howard University and Morgan State University's men's basketball team to take place at the Wilson Center. So they're basically going to have a kickoff where they're going to have HB for Black History Month, HBCU classics across the nation, or a game. Or of course, they started out now with just one game to start off the All Star Weekend. So again, a forward thinking event where they're leading, uh, taking the helm on the event. So again, shout out NBA doing your thing. Greatly appreciate it. So Bishop, I know we're getting close to closing, pretty close. I got you know what? We can save it for tomorrow. We can save it for tomorrow. This I think you're going to want to talk about this NCAA football type stuff.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So I guess we can save it for tomorrow.
I like it.
Definitely. So of course, that's our time for today. We greatly appreciate y'all listening. Bishop, any last parting words, brother?
Um, yeah, first off, man, thank y'all again for tuning in to E2G Sports. The first formation Monday through Friday, 09 to 1100 hours Central Standard Time, 9 o'clock to 11 a.m. for you civilian personnel. We really appreciate you again. We could not do this show without the helps of y'all, Wayne, AP, Anthony Price, Applewhite, Sarah, Key, all of y'all. we greatly appreciate y'all tuning in, everyone that tunes into the show. Zach, my frat brothers. It means a lot to us, Taylor. Stanton. This is what it's about, man. We love coming on here and giving y'all our perspective on sports and what's going on in sports. So again, we thank y'all, man. That's all I got, Trey.
Yes, yes, we greatly look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Talking more. Of course, I'm very sure there'll be more. As you know, media day started yesterday for the Super
That
Bowl,
it did.
so we get to pull some stuff off that as they go forth and they talk and engage with the players and hear their perspectives on what's going on. Of course, there's going to be more. I'm very sure in reference to the Alvin Kamara case and what's going on. like Bishop said, it's Thursday, the NBA deadline, so we probably gonna have some more to talk and go a little more in depth with this trade. The biggest of the blockbuster trade so much so far with Portland. If you're paying attention, that's two trades in which Portland done did. So of course, it looked like as Ron said yesterday, they pushing the button on that blow up. It's blow up season. So of course, we greatly appreciate y'all coming out. We got more for tomorrow. Be sure to be here 09 for the first formation. Hey, without further ado, show attention, fall out.
Row 5, Row 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated in the building. Y'all have a great